Hello internet, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Tori and I'm starting off my April update for cleaning my TBR. Interesting, fun, woo! My target book to get off my TBR first is this one. Little bit of a cheat because it is manga, but this is X Boku SS. This is the 7th edition. Let's get reading. One thing I'm implementing to try and help this process work, but also help me read more and do productive things. I should also mention it is the same day. I was just sweating and dying outside. I am kind of doing the method of doing tasks 15 minutes at a time. So my goal for today is to read for an hour. But I don't want to read for an hour straight because I feel like that is unproductive. So I'm reading for 15 minutes at a time. The last time I checked in was the first 15 minutes. As of this moment with this book, I am on page 106 out of 192. I am 55% done the book. So I can finish this today. I know that's very plausible. So I might go and do that. But I still have 3 more sets of 15 to go through. So I might time lapse this next 15 and see how I do. I finished it. So I finished this one. I'm kind of done with this series for now, but also the whole point of my reading videos, I'm trying to clean my current TBR before I buy more books, which I'm failing at that, but I'm trying. But also this series in particular, I'm kind of stuck anyway because I can't find 2 through 4 and 8 through 12 because when I do look up for them at places, I've been finding the Spanish version a lot or the original Japanese version, or they're like $100+ on Amazon. And as much as I want to read this whole series and collect it, I don't have baller money where I can just buy a book for $100. So my next 3 attack books that I'm going to try to focus on are going to be these 3. I still have 30 more minutes of reading to do today. So the first one is The Visitors, which I think I might open first because I'm on page 34 out of 288. So I'm 11% done the book. But when I did read it, I read all of those 33 pages in a day. So maybe this could be a easy read. This child I need to read, literally. I'm on page 162 out of 368. So I'm about 44% done the book. Yeah, I already talked about my issues with this book. I already talked about it. Oh my God, I was reading the Goodreads reviews for this. Even if you thought my explanation was yucky and bad and just made you feel weird, read some of those reviews because I feel like, just TLDR, this guy uses a lot of good different words in this book. His word choice is great. And it kind of makes you want to root for them, but the character is obviously underage, and he's is he 40 or is he 50? He's an older man, so obviously inappropriate. And if you didn't think that was obvious, please get off my page. Anyway, and then last but not least, the current TBR, or current tackle pile. I guess that's what I should call it, my tackle pile. I have Yes Please. This, I find it so hard to sit through. I'm on page 149 out of 329. So I am 45% on this book. Sorry for my computer fan being so loud. But I think I'll probably attack visitors for the next 30 minutes and see what happens. So as of recording this clip, the first vlog is officially edited, but it's not uploaded because I want to get some other projects on track before I post a new series pretty much. And I have a feeling these are gonna lean monthly. The other option would be like bi-weekly, but I don't think, one, that there would be enough progress for that, but also I think I would burn out if I put myself at that standard. So yeah, as of the last clip, here are the two current attacks, the books I'm attacking. I'm attacking the visitors. At the moment, I'm on page 64 of the visitors, and I'm also starting to read I Swear I Won't Bother You Again, the second novel, and I'm on page 98. I've been kind of going back and forth between these two. I think today I'm going to do my hour method, broken up in 15s, and we'll see what I read the fastest. I think I'll do 15 with each book, but then whatever I'm feeling more today is what I'm going to continue reading. I have a bunch of stuff I want to get done today. This week is my spring break, so it's like the best time. This is my best time to attack a bunch of stuff I've been wanting to do, but haven't had the energy to do. So that is my game plan for today, for this makeup. For every clip you see me with this makeup on. New day, new clip, new day, new clip. Today is April 18th. I think I'm gonna start trying to date my clips. But today I'm exposing myself. We're gonna talk about all the books I've gotten since after Christmas, pretty much, because there's a lot. It's bad. So what y'all are most interested in is the normal novels. Well, I'm presuming y'all are mostly into the normal novels, so I'll go with them first, and then we'll go over the manga and the light novel because it's bad. Anyway, first book is Love Lists and Fancy Ships. This, my friend said she read in a day. Really good. So I bought it. I was with her when I bought it. I also bought Two Can Keep a Secret from Karen McManus. I read the prequel, I'm pretty sure the prequel is One of Us is Lying. I don't know. There's a couple books in the series now, but I picked this one up. Then I finally picked up Iron Widow. Very excited for this. This is definitely the first fantasy type novel I probably have ever read, because I don't tend to read fantasy. I love the author. I follow her on YouTube, and I've been wanting to read this since it came out. So finally about date. And then last but not least, I got a random book. This book was one of the Barnes & Nobles, like, they wrap it up and write the synopsis, so you just pick it blindly. And I ended up getting 6 Times We Almost Kissed and The One Time We Did by Tess Sharp. I don't know if this is going to stay in my collection. I went with my other friend, and he bought one book. I bought this book, both blind. And then we realized after we unwrapped them that I would probably like his, and he would probably like mine more. So the goal is to read it and then switch it. But me and him are both terrible at reading, so time to jump into the scary pile. So I'm not going to do it entirely in order. I'm going to try to do it by series, because that is the abundance I have in front of me. So the first thing is the thing that's already on my TBR, The Most Heretical Last Boss Queen. I haven't read this since the first day. Sure, that's still thriving. But anyway, I should have put this in order before like hitting record, but I didn't do that. So, Sailor Moon. Originally, I have to put some books up on Pango Books because I did buy 3 books that I technically already owned. Mad at myself for it. But anyway, pretty much I have a big Sailor Moon Volume 1. This is the Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon. This is her collection. So I think these are technically the rewritten ones. Redone up. No, that's the original art. I don't know what's special about these. I just know they're fatter. So I have the first. This is the second. And I do have the third. I do not know if there's any more of these or if there's going to be more. These first started printing in 2018. So I have no idea. There's currently only 3 out. My issue is though, at first I bought the first one. And then I randomly bought the third, but I also have the small first. I'm going to sell my small first one of Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon on Pango when I get around to it. Next, I do have Codename Sailor V. This is the second volume. 5 Below started selling manga, and this was one of them. So I picked it up, but I still have to find the first one. I'm gonna try to start with the ones where I don't have a lot in the series, like this one. This one, I was so shocked. I thought for some reason when I first watched this anime that this was a newer series. This is Kakuriku, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but we're gonna roll with this. This series only started coming out in 2018. I thought it was older. So I have the first one. I haven't picked up, I shouldn't have picked up any more, but I haven't picked up the second one yet. But my goal is to get all of them because I'll go back and rewatch this anime all the time because I love it. Next, I forgot I started collecting these. I have to remember. I don't know how I forgot, but Soul Eater. Soul Eater is one of my gateway animes. Love the art. Even the back covers are amazing, but I have 1 and 2 and I haven't read either. Did I mention that none of these have been read? I think I failed to mention that, but just so you know, it has not been read. Next, Fairy Tail. So OG Fairy Tail, this is my literal gateway manga. 5 Below started carrying these. So they have 1 to 3. I bought 1 to 3. Are they gonna have more than 3? I don't know. From what I've seen, apparently these are like the same. But it is nice to get it for $5 instead of paying $10. Makes me happy. This one is a recent purchase off of Amazon. So my favorite series, Inu X Boku SS, I found volume 1. Someone was selling it marked up for $22. They left the Goodwill sticker on, so I know they only got it for $1. But I am happy that I have the first one because this is the stuff that I have watched in the anime. So step in the right direction. I still need 2, 3, 4, 8 to 12. So that will be my quest for the time. Not a current quest, but quest I will have. Next, I started collecting Oran Host Club. It took me literally forever to buy 2. I couldn't find it. I could not find it. I have 3 and I have 2 number 4s because the one time I thought it was 3 and when I needed 3 I thought I needed 4, so I picked up another 4, so one of them will be on Pango. And now let's get into the biggest one, the biggest collection I have in front of me. The biggest collection I've bought recently is Snow White with the red hair. I got like 3 of them for Christmas, 4 of them. Yeah, so I have an extra volume 2 that I'll be selling. I picked up volume 4, volume 6, volume 7, volume 8, and volume 9. Some of these I do tend to get on Amazon when they are cheaper because it is currently a still ongoing series. But yeah, a lot of them. And then last but not least, another new thing is another light novel that I think might be getting an anime if I remember correctly, or not, or it's just really hyped at the moment. But this is the 7th Time Loop.
So this is another isekai, and it says the villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. This one's also not $20, so I was like, you know what? I've heard people hyping it up. Might as well get it. This is my, like, I'm happy my collection's like this. I'm happy that I have, I want to say this and one book that I didn't show you because I got it for Christmas is Maid Sama. Like, these books I own are books I definitely want to keep collecting. Like, once I have these series, unless I fall in love with other stuff, like, I'm good. Because a lot of the books I like, or the animes I like, are very niche romance animes. So I can't really find them. So while I can, obviously I'm going a little crazy. So I need to stop going crazy so I can save some money. But yeah, this TBR originally was the smallest TBR I had, like manga wise, like was always the tiny one because I didn't pick them up too much. But it has now officially beaten my normal novels because I have so many. So makes me happy, but obviously it's an issue. I got a lot of books. Now I can finally put them all back in my bookcase. Look how empty my bookcase is. Hold up. That shelf is pretty much always just manga, and it's just so empty because we got a stack here, some here, and the tower. Today is April 25th, and I am, oh my god, I'm so behind. I'm so behind. I have not had any time to do anything I've been wanting to do because a massive project has been taking over my life, and the project is a sofa. Last week, I, helped reconstruct the living room to put the sofa in. I broke up our current sofa, put it downstairs, and then Friday, we ordered the new one. It was supposed to get delivered on Saturday and never showed up, so that was so much wasted time. And then Sunday, I had to get a gang of people together to try and pick up the sofa and move it in, and it doesn't fit. So now today, yeah, Rosie, now today, I am waiting for someone I hired on Thumbtack to come and disassemble it because it doesn't fit up here, so it needs to be disassembled to then be reassembled up here. And I'm so stressed out about it. I'm riddled with anxiety about it because I don't want to sell the couch because we're not going to get the money we paid for it, and it's just not going to go well. So I'm going to do finally some editing, finally edit the finale for 50 Shades of Green, and I also really want to finish this book. It's the next day, it's the 26th. I think you could tell how whacked and out of it I am. I was crying, but not because anything bad happened. It's just because of my hormones. It's hitting like a truck today. I'm not pregnant. Excuse me, I'm burping. I'm on my period, and I have PCOS. So that means when she comes, she comes. So I didn't read at all yesterday. Because I was so anxious about the guy who came to look at the couch. Just for him to say that he couldn't do it because I guess, looking at the detailed photos, it's simple for him with a little too much. And he didn't do that. So my goal today is to help de-stress myself. I found someone else to do Found someone else to do the couch. It's gonna cost me more money than it was for the couch. So I need to de-stress and do something else so I don't go insane. That's my plan for today. You can tell that I haven't put my hand on this side of my face today because this side, the blushes. So today is April 29th. I finally finished it. I swear. I won't bother you again. Volume 2. I love this so much. I finished it. I rated it 5 stars because... Did I rate the first one 5 stars too? Yeah. I rated the first one 5 stars. I really liked this series. It draws me in. makes me want to keep reading. So can't wait for volume 3. I think it comes out in like May. I mean, I know that's next month when I'm filming this, but we'll see. We'll see if I pick it up then. I might try and refrain. Well, let's see. So now I want to update y'all on my current progress for the year. So my goal this year is to read 23 books. I've read 4. So according to Goodreads, I am 3 books behind schedule. So let's jump into all the books on my TBR and where I'm at with them. And I might possibly try to finish one more of these by tomorrow. Tomorrow's April 30th, and I really would like to have 3 books read for April. So I might read all of one tonight and tomorrow and try to do that. So here are my options. This is the one I'm leaning the most towards. So this is The Visitors. As of this moment, I am on page 93 out of 288. So I'm 32% done this book. I have a feeling this might be it because I feel like I've gotten past, not the filler, but there's a lot of flashbacks and a lot of backstory to explain the 2 main characters and explain why one of the characters is so sus. And I appreciate it, but like, I get the gist, move on type deal. And I think I'm finally at the point where it's moving on. So I feel like I'll be able to actually read it all in a couple sittings instead of it taking 20 sittings for me to finish it. So this is a prime contender. Next, I have Yes Please. As of this moment, Yes Please is at 156 out of 329, so it's 47% done. I don't think I could read this in one go, even if I wanted to. So this is definitely not going to be a contender for one day challenge, but definitely a contender for May. This one's not a contender for this challenge either, but yeah, Lilina. This is currently on page 160 out of 368, 47% done. If I can, I would like to read to the next blue mark. So my next blue mark is at 175. So I would like to try to get to there. We'll see. Next, I have Ascendant of a Bookworm. This is on page 34 out of 261. 13% done the book. I really do want to read this one, but I'd rather try and read The Visitors first for tomorrow. And then if I want to pick this one after, good, dandy, fine. Next, I have my 2 light novels just to update the online light novels. Death is the Only End for the Villainess is at 30%, so that one went up. And then the husband one, which I always forget the English name for, is still at 11%. So that one's just chilling. Next, Where She Went is still on page 42 out of 264, so 16% done. The House, actually right now I'm going to add it to my currently reading list because since I got one off, I don't feel ashamed of throwing this one on. So let me do that real quick. I forgot, I technically didn't start The House, so House is only on page 1, so 0% done. So I thought I actually read a couple pages of this, but I have not. I tricked myself. Then I have All the Bright Places. I was waiting for it to load. It's on page 74 out of 378, so it's 20% done. I am not in the mood for this book at the moment. So, and then last but not least, this one actually I am also going to put on my Goodreads. The Most Heretical Last Boss Queen from Villainess to Savior. This is going to be one of my books for May. I've already decided, and I already put my little void bookmark in there. I didn't even post that I received it on Instagram. I just, you know, automatically put it in a book to start using it. But this is definitely going to be a book I either start reading tomorrow or I just start reading in May, but I really want to read this one because I need something to hold me over light novel wise from buying volume 3 of I Swear I Won't Bother You when that comes out. So hopefully this will drag me in and hold me over. That is the goal. That is the ideal. Oh God. So, girl bosses. This doesn't have a percentage on Goodreads, so I'm gonna just have to tell you. This has 325 pages. That includes the afterword because I read it. And I'm on page 20. So, too lazy to do the percentage math, but that is where I currently stand with this one. Y'all, we gotta talk. We have to talk. I'm trying to read it. I'm on page 119, and I've been yawning because it's not... There's still so much filler. And the main character, the, I guess narrator kind of, it's just so... Okay, yeah, she's a little strange and old-timey, but it's like not gravitating, like it's not drawing me in. I don't really care. Like, it's not that strange, it's not that weird. Like, is she living like it's another time period? Yeah. So I decided to pop up the Goodreads wiki, and the other character, John, is supposed to have a heart attack, and I'm 100 pages in, and he still hasn't had his heart attack yet, but that is in the synopsis. So, I'm not even at... I thought maybe I'd be close to the climax. I ain't there yet. At 114 pages in. So, I did my method of marking all pages off by 25 to finish this because I am going to finish it, and I don't think at this moment it's going to get more than 3 stars. 3 stars is my average, but right now I am hating this more than I hated... Yeah. So at the moment, this is going to be ranked lower, ideally, than the book Why We Broke Up by Daniel Hadler, because I really didn't like that book. I gave it 2 stars, and I kind of hate read it. So at the moment, how I felt reading that book, like I'm having flashbacks when it comes to this one. So I am going to force myself to read it. I know some of you are going to disapprove of that, but I am going to try to. And one of my favorite Twitch streamers just started streaming, so I'm going to put him on. And I'm going to skim this book. I will skim it and slightly ingest the info. And then once it gets interesting, hopefully I can actually read it like a normal person. But yeah, this is what I do when I don't like a book. I will refuse to put it down, but I'll skim it and try to get the grasp of it. But yeah, that's really disappointing. It's the 30th at 10:48 p.m. a.m. Not p.m. a.m. And another gripe. Just another gripe because it's not explained well, and I haven't seen this since I flipped back and it literally was like the 4th page of the book. But as you can see, it will randomly switch from this to then like internet chatting, messaging board type stuff. But once again, I am 140 pages in the book and I don't understand why there's random chat logs. Like, these people that are in this book seem analytical, no computers, so why is there random chat logs? And there's no clear link of how they're connected. Like, I don't understand. There was also some word choice that does annoy me. Like, this line, all the way home, her heart was hammering as if she was being pursued by a rapist. this book might possibly be about murder. So, like, maybe I get where the author's coming from. But she was running home fast because she was paranoid and scared. Why do you want to relate it to that? Because I feel like it's belittling people who are essayed. Editing to here to, like, even add more. With that line, there was so many different ways that it could have been explained instead of comparing it to being chased by a rapist. Like, she could have used that line for foreshadowing about what's to further come in the book. Like, she could have said she was paranoid. Sorry, that's my ring. There was just so many other ways she could take it when she related it to that, but that character doesn't ever experience being targeted and attacked like that. Like, that character wouldn't know the feeling of running away from a predator. So I get the metaphor. Do I imagine the metaphor in my head when I, like, say that and read it? Yes, but it doesn't relate. And it's like, why use a metaphor if it's not going to tie into the theme and overall story? There's just a lot with this book, man. I know that's obviously diving into it a lot, but you got to think of the word choice. So, I don't like that one. I feel icky. But, I'm gonna keep reading. And, yeah. Same day, still 30th. I'm on page 180. It's 8 o'clock at night. So I've realized and learned that these are emails that change in text. And my hypothesis currently is this is how he meets girls that he kidnaps and maybe murders. Well, not really kidnapping, because they're consenting to moving to... Are they British? Do they live in England? Or is it US? I can't remember. But, now it makes sense. But, that is just my hypothesis. I don't even know if that's right. But it took me 180 pages to semi-get what he does. Or at least how he captures women. Like, I don't fucking know. I finished it. It's still the 30th. It is 10:20 at night now. It just took so long to get to the conclusion. And it's not even a satisfying one, because the main character is the sister and not the brother John, who is the one that is catfishing people online and keeping them in the basement to essay and impregnate them. But then the sister ends up killing them and not feeding them in the basement. And then he sets them on fire in the backyard. And then the sister moves into her aunt's old flat. Wow. And then at the end, John is catfishing someone else. So it's like, do I recommend? No, I don't recommend. Do I feel like I wasted time reading this? Yeah, this is definitely, I'm giving this a 2. It could have been a lot shorter than it was. Yeah, I didn't like that one. I'm not gonna give it a 1 because I just feel like that's mean. And I think I would only give anything a 1 rating if I actually didn't follow through and finish it. This could have been shorter. There's no satisfying ending, which I guess, I get it. It happens. But, like, to make the main character and narrator kind of like herself, she ends up starving herself. Like, she literally goes anorexic because she's rushing taking care of the brother in the hospital. So then she finally decides to, cut her hair and wear her mom's expensive dresses and suits and 2-piece fits. And it's like, wow. That is still self-destructive behavior. None of it, I don't know. It's not really a thriller because it hinted at John being messed up in the beginning. They made references to him killing animals. That is stereotypical psychopath and serial killer behavior. So it's kind of to be expected if you know anything about that. So, happy it's done. I don't typically give books away, but I'm tempted to give this one away. I'm tempted to donate this one because I don't think I want this in my life. So, that is going to be it for this reading vlog. These are all the physical books I have left, and I have some plans for May. I have a couple 2 fun ideas for May, so those videos will obviously come after this one, and they should be fun. So I appreciate you all so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you are watching this, and peace out, Girl Scout.